This Thursday Night Football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
What's up, everybody? You're watching SGPN. Fuck the Cowboys. Let's go, baby.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the one in green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Mike Vrabel looking like a man possessed, perhaps willing to cut his dick off once again, like the younger version of himself.
Yeah, Patriots get the win in the cover, 33-15. I thought I'd see a little better effort out of the Giants.
Agreed.
Honestly,
Agreed.
4th and 8, Ryan. 8 minutes to go, and you're punting.
There were a
down
couple.
15.
I thought there were a couple times they should have gone for.
Yeah,
I completely
come
agree.
on, you're 2-10, and Kafka. I don't get it. If you're Mike Kafka and you're trying to use this as an audition, potentially to be a head coach somewhere, or at least a coordinator, don't you want to just roll the dice there? If you go for it on 4th and 8, no one's killing you. That to me, and they were just running the ball a ton. One of the props that I did get home, Tyrone Tracy under rushing yards.
Singletary got to that 50-yard mark.
They were trying to run the clock out starting in the third quarter.
They were having success moving the ball, and I mean, again, the punt return obviously not good. And if you have one of those converted, and the kickoff return fumble not good. If you have one of those converted, it's a 1-score game. So yeah, I don't know. I don't quite understand the inconsistent aggression. Yeah. Again, it's clear, like certain things are obviously systemic, and whatever goes into the planning around your analytics or decision making or that kind of in game, this is what we're going to do when this happens. It's dog shit.
Well, and we didn't mention it. The biggest story from the game was Younghoe just I mean, I've never seen that.
I can't unhear like Justin Decker calling him the YouTube kicker.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yep.
And I think about every time he's since made a memorable moment in the National Football League, and I can't help but think he's going to be he's the YouTube kicker.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. First of all, I completely hate the punter by proxy because
Scottish Hammer. I thought you liked him. He has a cool nickname.
He's a horrible punter. He's not good at tackling. He's horrible at kickoffs. I guess he's okay at holding. I don't understand his purpose on the team other than to be another Scottish guy with Graham Gano. And then you have once again a situation where all these reports came out about how little Dable had the kickers actually kick in practice.
What do you do in practice?
It's just, again, you gotta, the rot has to die slowly, I guess. I thought the positives, once the defense figured it out and made some adjustments, they at least played with a little bit of effort and energy.
Okay.
I thought Deonte Banks, when he's not returning the kickoff, is hilarious. He just runs, but it's like a youth soccer game with the kid who likes playing with the butterflies. And so how he's still on the team. And I thought Jackson Dart mostly fine, a little rusty. There were a couple of times where once again his receivers let him down. I mean, Theo Johnson's got to catch that touchdown. But all in all, he probably going to look back and think a couple of those plays he took the conservative route, which was unfortunate. And 53 on the Patriots. It's going to be unfortunate when karma catches up with him.
Oh, wow. Was that the guy who legally hit Jackson Dart in bounds?
Yeah, he also was the one who knocked out Gunnar Olszewski. Clearly there's headhunting going on in Vrabel's team. We know that's been something that's documented.
But Jackson wants to be headhunted. He likes that.
Well, I don't think the hit was that bad. It just looked bad because the way that
he got
the aerial. Yeah. But all in all, like he was fine. I don't think there was anything that I thought Jackson Darts, he was hesitant to let it rip a couple times, I think. And that took some big plays off the board. But yeah, I gotta watch the tape.
I watched enough. Everything was bad for the Giants, and I felt like an idiot, like Tyler, for considering taking the G-men there. Really poor effort by the Giants there, because they had chances in the second half.
I mean, again, a fumble on special teams and a kick and a punt return, like that's the difference in the game.
But also,
and I agree, they should have been more aggressive.
Incredibly conservative when you're down.
I didn't think I didn't think there were zero positives. I thought that the two special teams plays were the difference in the game, and they played strangely.
Does that include the fake field goal?
Well, I mean, sure, throw that in the pile. Yeah. I wasn't even including that.
Younghoe Koo's fake field goal. So he did run a route after.
I mean, at least he knew to try to get open. Maybe he was trying to make a highlight. It was very unclear.
That was pretty hilarious.
Anyway,
all right, we're here talking Thursday night football props. We got a couple guests, including our buddy Easy, to give us the Lions perspective later on there. But before we get to that, we're going to be joined by Brian Beachkofski from Rithmm. Of course, download the Rithmm app. Use that promo code SGPN25. Get you set up over there. You got a chance not only to build your own models, use their picks and plays, but also get a chance to win $1,000 college or NFL just for tracking your plays in the Rithmm app. That's RITHMM, promo code SGPN25. Brian, what's happening, man?
Oh, not that much. What's going on with you boys?
Well, Giants
just sitting there watching Ryan watch the Giants. It was not a super fun experience.
No, it's been fun being up here in Boston, where we had pretty low expectations going into the year, and people are going crazy. So it's been fun.
Yeah, I will say this, and you're not going to hear it because obviously Bob Kraft and Roger Goodell have deal done behind closed doors. Drake May took a hit at the end of the game. They then panned over to him to give him the victory shot on camera, and he was bent over spitting. Something to track. Just put that out there.
Okay.
Again, 53 earned some negative karma for the Patriots, and it's unfortunate for them, but very concerned.
Patriots certainly exceeded expectations. I know Cody, our host of the NASCAR Gambling Podcast, saw him in the chat.
Oh, boy,
he was rubbing it in our faces. I was optimistic about the Vrabel hire. I thought this was going to be like the year before the year for them, but certainly Drake May took a huge jump, and Vrabel being all the difference, and certainly makes their previous coaching decision look pretty bad.
Where does Josh McDaniels get hired to be the head coach next year?
That
That's
could
the
be
real
interesting.
question.
Yeah, because he's certainly going to get some buzz again. Because why not? Look what he's done with Drake May here.
Their offense looks great.
Yeah. So we're talking Thursday night football here. Cowboys at the Lions, almost a playoff elimination game. It feels like, because if you lose this, I mean, both teams, you still technically have a path, but it becomes way harder. Lions 3-point favorites at home, total sitting around 55.5. But we're bringing you on to talk 53.5. We're talking little props, maybe a side, maybe a total, kind of whatever you like, whatever you're using Rithmm to help you lock in here. What's some plays you like in this game, Brian?
Yeah, so what's funny is a lot of times I come on here and I'm talking about how it's a short week. Well, both these teams played on Thursday. It's a Thursday night game, and they got a full 7 days of prep. So it's a little bit different than our normal Thursday conversation. But what I'm still going to go to is I'll start with a quarterback passing yards under. I think Jared Goff, he's going to have a great game, but the 250 line, I think it comes in under. I think they establish the run early. They get things moving. The Cowboys have a pretty bad defense against the run. If you look at rushing yards per attempt that they have, I think that the Lions come out, establish the run, lean on that running game. They'll get their passing opportunities, but I don't think they'll hit that 250 number.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think it's maybe less yard. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets their touchdowns wise against this Cowboys team, which even though their defense has looked better, as hard as that is for me to say, they still let up 4 passing touchdowns to Patrick Mahomes, who played like a good game, but it wasn't like he was out otherworldly. I think just they still have trouble covering some receivers, but to your point, they I'm sure want to pound the rock And and them looking to establish the run makes a ton of sense.
Both quarterbacks have insanely high numbers in this game.
No, it's crazy. The Dak numbers are pretty high, but yeah, I saw that the Rithmm app liked Goff under 250.5 passing yards. Again, super high, but it's a dome. But I kind of see your the angle there for Rithmm as well. What's another play Rithmm likes here for Thursday Night Football?
So correlated with that, we got Gibbs going over 74.5. Our projection is actually about 81 or 88. We actually have him going over quite a bit there. So again, it's consistent with that game play out of establishing the run early, sticking with it, and in taking that lead in just milking the clock down through. So we got Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards.
Now, which one is he? Is he Sonic or Knuckles, Ryan? I know you're a big Sonic guy.
I'm just based on the sound. I'm gonna guess Sonic. Okay. I'm gonna guess he's Sonic and David
Montgomery's Knuckles. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Sonic.
Thunder and Lightning was easier to track.
Yeah,
with the
come
Giants.
on, Thunder and Lightning. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of teams use that term Thunder and Lightning. It's like, hey, one guy's a bigger, fatter guy, the other guy's the skinnier, speedy guy. Jahmyr Gibbs is insanely fast. And
that'd be a good random like fan question. Like, what when you hear Thunder and Lightning, who do you think of?
Yeah, no, because I feel like they've used that a bunch over the years. So okay, so you like Jahmyr Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards. What about? I'm always interested in the models and stuff like this. Amon-Ra, do you guys have him out of your projections right now? Do you have him at like 20%, 75%? Is there like, what are you doing behind the scenes with a guy like Amon-Ra? Because obviously if he plays, to what degree he plays, that impacts a lot of other, not only his props, but props around him. How are you guys grading Amon-Ra right now?
Yeah, so we go by the official injury feed, which right now is questionable. We have questionable in, we have doubtful is out. So we have him in. However, if you have a premium subscription, you can actually go into the injury list and click and see what does our projection change if that guy is out or if they're in. So that's a great feature for our premium subscribers. They can see what the actual point value is for all the players and see what that changes things. Looking on Twitter, just before he came on, it all points to him not being there on Thursday, but you never really know until it's announced. But yeah, that also feeds into the running game having a little bit more prevalence for them.
Yeah, and those guys are so annoying because I could see this is a massive game. It's an ankle injury, which again, I'm not a doctor, but it could be a pain tolerance thing. And I could see him trying to get out there, but not being as explosive as he normally would be.
His dad really made that horrible mistake making fun of Kevin Durant.
Wait, was that Jahmyr Gibbs?
Oh no, sorry.
Amon-Ra. Yeah, it was him.
And real quick, when Dan Campbell spoke about his injury, he did say he doesn't feel that it's a long-term thing, but he did use the word long term. So he kind of let us know a little bit that maybe not going to be out there this week.
This is how nuts we are as football fans and gamblers. It's like, wait, he said 2 longs. That probably means 1 week out, not multi-week.
If it wasn't a short week, maybe he could be in.
Well, no, but it's not a short week, as Brian reminded us.
True. But if it was a regular like extended rest,
if they got the mini bye, if it was Sunday. Maybe he is a go out there. All right, so you got Jared Goff under 250.5 passing yards, Jahmyr Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards. Anything else the models spitting out right now?
So I'm flipping over to Dallas. We love tight end plays in general. I think Jake Ferguson over 39.5 is a good play. He's kind of high volatility. He either gets a bunch of them or he gets very little looks. But I think in this case, you can see it with the quarterback passing lines. You can see it in the total line. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of plays there, especially on the Dallas side, going to the receivers. We think they work Ferguson in like they do on some of their bigger games, and have him going over. We project 41.7, but we see it as he's probably more high variant, so it's either going to be more than that, or they actually target him less, but leaning towards it being a game where they target him more.
So you see his receiving yards 34.5, was it?
That the line is 39.5. We see it
39.5
is where we're projecting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kramer, this conflicts with my model because it sounds almost positive for the Cowboys.
We have the sliders all turned all the way down on the Cowboys.
Yeah, they have an anti-Cowboys button on the back end that I always have selected, and we'll remind Brian next time we have him on. No positive.
In the basement of the SGPN offices, we have a well where we keep the model until it accepts the fact that the Cowboys cannot be back at all costs.
You're not getting out. It puts the lotion on. You're not getting out of there. All right, so we got the Ferguson over 39.5 receiving yards, Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards, Goff under passing yards. Anything else you like here, Brian?
No, those are the ones that kind of jumped out to me coming in. It's a high total. If we do think that Lions establish the game, actually looking at the under there. If you think that's how that gameplay comes out. If Lions can't establish it, it becomes a shootout. It goes the other way. So like we're kind of at market. We can see it go both ways. So we're off that line. At least my models are off that, and I'm looking more at the prop side.
Okay. Any thoughts overall, game total, score prediction, anything there?
Like I said, lean a little bit on the under with the game state of Lions establishing the run and holding possession. Maybe total number of drives is a little lower than baseline on this one, but it's pretty close to market. So not as far as sides go, we're right on market and don't have a strong opinion on either side. We think the number is pretty good.
Dust off the over on the punts. It sounds like.
That's a fun thing, and I wonder, maybe
one of the many markets we've executed over the years. You don't see them too much anymore.
Sometimes you dig deep. Do you guys? Yeah. Do you ever fire up the exotic stuff at all, like weird stuff like punts?
So we don't do punts, but I have been known to ladder, right? Like if our prop projections are way offline, I'll ladder that stuff up all the way, which I love. This is actually it's not that exotic, but the Gibbs Montgomery combined rushing yards, maybe another one to go in if you don't want to just put it on one of them, because they use them both pretty well. So there's another option there of combined rushing yards if you want to look a little bit more exotic.
We'll talk more about that later.
Oh, stay tuned. Yes. It sounds like Kramer has a play on that. Well, Brian, appreciate you hopping on. And of course, a reminder, download the Rithmm app, promo code SGPN25 for 25% off the premium. Appreciate you hopping on here, Brian.
I always love talking to you guys. Have a great one.
Let it ride. And we're going to be bringing on our Lions Insider Easy. But before we do, of course, shout out to No Vig. Who likes Vig? No one I know. And that's why I'd love firing up the No Vig app, America's #1 sports prediction market, where you can spend $5, get $50. Promo code SGPN, available in a ton of states. Download the app or check out their site to see if your state is one of them. Again, active in a bunch of states, very fun to use. And again, great pricing, very, very competitive pricing for the touchdown markets, the props, a bunch of great stuff here over on the No Vig app. But again, and they even have boosts. I know you think like, oh, hey, it's a sports prediction market, they're not going to have boosts. Wrong. No Vig has you covered there. Again, get started today. Toss us a bone. Toss yourself a sweet bonus with the promo code SGPN. And that is No Vig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Joining us on the line, the man, the myth, the legend, a defensive prop guru, Lions insider, just all around great dude, the one and only Easy. What's happening, Easy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Coming to us from the future, potentially. Is he like maybe awesome. Traveling through time and space as we speak right now?
Right. You remember back in the day when you were a kid, and this is probably like our age group, especially. You go to picture day, and there would be a green screen, and you could check like what you want. I would always check cool ass lasers or whatever the background was. But I wish they had Easy's options, because something that was like Eagles with the football field, or like sweet lights, that would have been what I selected.
You should see what they give, like the options they have now. First of all, really? The modern picture game is a racket.
Really?
Some of the products they offer you are just ridiculous. Digital frames, USB drive, like forget about all of that. But the options you have as the backdrops are literally whatever you can find on the internet. So Yeah, you could definitely have some fun with that, like custom backdrop, just your favorite Eagles player.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Hey, Easy, good to have you on.
Yes.
Let's talk big picture. Where are you at with this Lions team right now coming into the season? Certainly some optimism. Injuries continue to be an issue, especially on the offensive line. I know that's been a bit of a nightmare. Dan Campbell took over play calling, but you guys still are 7-5, right in the hunt here for the playoffs. Where are you at with this Lions team so far this season?
Yeah, being a Lions fan, I would say I'm just nervous all the time.
Yeah,
because that's kind of
you
the
don't
natural.
Many cocky Lions fans, if we're being honest.
We don't have a reason to be. We can't be cocky.
Yeah.
We're probably 7-5 3-4 years ago was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think the offensive line is definitely the most worrisome right now. I mean, obviously we've had a lot of injuries kind of everywhere, but the offensive line has seemed to be the one part of our team that hasn't really gotten it together for a single game yet this year. So the fact that we're still 7-5 with this offensive line, I would say is a positive, but it needs to get fixed quickly or we're probably not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. And of course there was the false start essentially with Ragnow saying he was coming out of retirement. And then it turned out he had a grade 3 hamstring injury. It's Kramer.
May or may not have been. That may or may not have occurred during the conditioning portion of let's check on your medical.
Yeah, I don't know how you, to your point, that would be the only time where it makes sense because he wouldn't announce I'm unretiring if you have a grade 3 hamstring.
Two reasons contracts get voided due to failed medicals. One, something pops up on the scans. 2, you don't pass the conditioning test.
Yeah, maybe they saw what
and they gave him, hey, just retire again.
Yeah,
we don't need to,
maybe they saw what condition he was in, and they go, hey, we're gonna say it's an injury. We like your rag now. We don't want to be dicks about this.
Rappaport included in his breaking news that he's in shape and ready to go. So clearly there was
some miscommunication, or again, maybe he injured it there on the in the conditioning test. All right, how do you feel about this game going into it? I mentioned almost like loser leaves town. I think if either team loses their path to the playoff, I don't have the playoff predictor in front of me, but it goes down pretty big, both sides. So obviously I'm rooting for you and the Lions. Easy. I'd love to see the Cowboys path to the playoffs get significantly harder. What are your thoughts on this game in general?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I definitely think it's a win or you're going home situation. I'm a little bit more confident this week than I was last week, just because it looks like Decker and Glasgow both were limited in practice today. So that's a good sign that, yeah, maybe our offensive line will be a little bit better. Also, Brock Wright and Amon-Ra, those are going to be huge situations there. I know Amon-Ra didn't practice today. Neither did Brock Wright. That could be massive. But it looks like Shane Zylstra might be coming back. So maybe we can get a little bit of tight end depth, because without the tight end, Jared Goff just looks shook most of the time. He loves his tight end situation, and with Laporta and Wright out, throwing it to, Fisker and Dwelly, not a lot's going on there. So
that's exciting though, because, and there's another
first touchdown.
There's another name we need to throw out there, because not only is Zylstra potentially in the mix, they claimed a player off the Dolphins practice squad, which means right to the active roster, Hayden Rucci.
Ooh,
yeah, which stay tuned to the first touchdown portion of this. Sean, he's from went to Warwick High School in Lititz, Pennsylvania. 6'5", 250, absolute blockhead, run blocking tight end. So we just heard Rithmm kind of lay out a game script that included a lot of running the ball, maybe 2 tight ends. Maybe this is the second tight end. For what it's worth, my deep dive on Brock Wright, he's going to be out for a little while. When football guys are talking about tracheas, you're not playing football for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he didn't. We're taping this obviously after Monday Night Football. He didn't practice today, which is probably a red.
We're still sending out for second opinion. This is Dan Campbell today, or yesterday. We're still looking for second opinions on Brock Wright and his trachea situation. quote, it could be a long-term deal.
Yeah,
So
that doesn't sound like a guy that's playing. But to Easy's point, yeah, Dwelly or Ferks or Zylstra. What's your take on Zylstra? You got a limited practice in. Do you think he plays? Do you think Goff uses him some?
I don't think Zylstra plays. His 21-day window just opened. He was only limited today, and I don't think we pick up Rucci if Zylstra's planning on playing.
Exactly.
But to Kramer's point too on Rucci, not only is he a tight end, but on the Lions page, he's also listed as a fullback. Against the Packers last week, we had Zach Horton, who was elevated for that game specifically to play fullback, and he was in on, I believe, 6 or 7 offensive snaps. Well, Horton didn't do a great job, which is why we picked up Rucci. I would say if we get down inside the 5, there's a very good chance Rucci's on a fullback handoff.
Yeah. Come on. Hayden Rucci writing it down for first touchdown as we speak, because he checks way too many of the boxes there. All right. So Easy. What do you like? What do you like here props wise?
So I think a lot of them will depend on, Amon-Ra, obviously, and the tight end situation. But I have a couple that I like regardless of really who plays. One of them is Jahmyr Gibbs. I believe his receiving line is over 33.5 right now. I think he clears that fairly easily. Jahmyr Gibbs has become one of those guys where it's just get him the ball however you can.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys, for being the Cowboys, they seem to have figured out a little bit on the run game. I know that, Rithmm just came on here and said it was going to be a run heavy game. I don't disagree with that, but I think there's also going to be a whole lot of dunk down screen type situations as well. And if tight end 1 is Ross Dwelly, that could be going to Jahmyr Gibbs instead.
Yeah, I like that a lot. What you said 33.5 receiving yards. Yeah, because that's a fun way to play it. And I'm looking at the line, or the Cowboys in general, 3rd in receiving yards allowed to the running back. So good start there. And to your point, if they can't attack the middle, that's certainly maybe another way you get some of those, put some pressure on some of the linebackers and pass coverage with Gibbs there. I like that one. Any other props you like Easy here?
I like Goff over, I believe it was 2.5 passing touchdowns.
Oh yes, that's on my list as well.
I think this is going to be a game where potentially the Cowboys could jump up early, because that just seems how we've been playing the last month, where we're playing from behind in the 4th quarter. So he's going to have to sling it late. And, or Gibbs breaks runs that always inevitably gets tackled at the 5, and then he throws it to a Dwelly or Ferkser at the goal line. So I think 3 or 4, like Mahomes did against his team last week, should be a pretty easy bet.
Dilly Daggers in the chat saying we saw Tristan Wirfs get in last week. Could this be the week Penei Sewell or Skipper gets in? And I don't know, Ryan, do you know? I don't think they offer like specific offensive linemen anytime touchdowns. I think normally they offer like will an offensive lineman score as a prop.
And I have to read this to you because we were in the office the other day, and I went to multiple sites to verify the amount of routes that Dan Skipper has been running, because it's such a high number. He now is up to 24 routes run on the season. This is a tackle.
That's hilarious.
It is a tackle on the team. I mean, he's run more routes on the season than Tom Kennedy. He's doubled up Anthony Ferkser on routes run this season. So yeah, they get that. They would be Skip for what it's worth. Penei Sewell only has run 1 route on the season.
Okay.
I certainly would favor Skipper based on the fact that he seems to be out there the most. He knows how to declare eligible, but no, I don't even know. I was gonna say like there are some books that offer the individual defensive player anytime touchdowns, but you might be able to find a Penei Sewell. Honestly, there might. We'll have to look, because right now there's not a lot of touchdown guys.
Yeah,
out
maybe
there,
that's a stay tuned right before kickoff. I think it'll probably just be like a prop. Would an offensive lineman score?
For the Super Bowl? What's that usually set to? Like 40-1, something like that.
Well, I think they set one for the week. The entire week it was plus 850. So
for any team.
Yeah, for any team. So that's overall the game. So I don't know what you would price it exactly for just one game, but easy. You also like defensive props. Do you have any fun defensive props? Anyone you think could get an interception against the vaunted rain Dakota Prescott?
I like Amik Robertson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like Terrion Arnold just had shoulder surgery that's going to end his season. That typically means Rock Yassin comes in for him on the outside, which should put Amik Robertson staying in the nickel spot. So should be going up against like Ferguson or Pickens in the slot, something like that. And Amik Robertson does better than anybody on our team when it comes to undercutting routes. So against Dak, I think one of those undercut spots should be a good hit for him.
Nice. And do you know his is his price out yet?
They haven't given them to me yet. They get scared with defensive stuff, so I have to wait until like Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
I know guys like Easy are lurking, just waiting to pounce.
Absolutely.
And shred them with their interception props. Okay, so any other props you want to give out, Easy? Anything else jumping out at you?
They haven't listed anything for him yet, probably because of Amon-Ra. But if Amon-Ra doesn't play, I would take Tom Kennedy's yards. Khalif Raymond's probably not going to play. He got concussed pretty bad last week. So if Amon-Ra and Raymond are both out, Tom Kennedy's probably going to see a lot of snaps. And Goff likes throwing to him. I think he got 3 or 4 receptions last week. So his number will be pretty low, and he should get a lot of target share.
We've seen the slot give the Cowboys problems as well.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we've seen a lot of receivers give problems
I mean, again, to the Cowboys, Mahomes threw for 4 passing touchdowns. Rashi Rice got his. Hollywood Brown got in. Kelsey got in. So I think there are going to be opportunities against this passing defense, even though the run defense has done a little bit better. I know Rithmm liked it, but I think some of that could be a volume play for Detroit. I still like the touchdowns and maybe not the yards for the passing stuff, at least for Goff. Easy. Do you have a final score prediction for the Dallas Cowboys at your Detroit Lions?
I think we win 31-27.
I think we're nice.
I think we're down in the 4th quarter, and then we come back and make some shit happen, kind of like we did against the Giants 2 weeks ago, and we come back and find a way to win. We don't lose 2 weeks in a row. So,
Kramer?
Well, I mean, I believe I could be. I was glancing at some of the playoff percentages. And I do believe that both of these teams go down to basically 0 with a loss this week. So
let's go Lions, baby!
Desperation mode. I mean, they're at home on Thursday night. City's behind the team.
Fans will have plenty of time to get drunk.
Line's healthier.
Derek, the great Derek Stevens pointed out that formula where part of the reason they are sometimes flat at home on Thanksgiving is they didn't have enough time to get properly drunk. But Thursday night, late game, there are no excuses. Hopefully going to be a lit house in Ford Field. Hopefully the Detroit Lions get the win and cover 31-27. Easy has it going. Easy, appreciate you hopping in. Great. Good to hear from you. Good to check in. Where can people find you?
Yeah. So, Twitter, X, whatever, be easy bets with 2 Y's. In the Discord. I mean, if you're not in the Discord, I don't know why you're not at this point, but you should get in there, in there all the time. And then, here on YouTube as well. I haven't done much lately, but gonna start it back up here at some point. So, be easy bets there too. Just look for me wherever.
LFG.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Easy. Best of luck with your Lions.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Let it ride. All right, Ryan, we got our own props to give out. I'm going to some of the stuff I heard did influence some of the props I'm going to be giving out.
No, you didn't do that thing where you just wait for the show, have guests on, and create a card based on what the gets.
No, I would never do that.
Okay.
No. But I'll start off with a little plus money opportunity. Jared Goff, 3+ passing touchdowns, plus 186. I mean, again, even the improved, even if I concede that the Cowboys defense has gotten better, they still have it. They still give up a ton of passing touchdowns. Not only the receivers, Kelsey. I just think you can still attack these, attack the defense with the receivers.
I mean, I think this idea that they've solved their defense, probably not the case.
No. And you're getting a really good plus money price here.
I'll stay on that side of the ball. Since Dan Campbell has taken over play calling, And in every game that Jameson Williams has registered a catch over the last 5 games, the Giants kept him off the stat sheet.
That was so weird.
But in the other 4 games, he has gone well over 26.5 for his longest reception.
Okay.
And so we're just going to kind of repeat bet on this one. They're clearly involving him. He had 8 first read targets last week. Sean, no one else had more than 2 on the team.
What's his longest?
26.5.
Okay.
Looking over the last couple games, 44, 40, 41, 37. They've just been using him down the field more. To what Easy said, I do think they have people that can fill in with the slot activity. They still have Jahmyr Gibbs to operate in the underneath stuff. And I do think the chances that they're running a little bit more heavy personnel to draw in that kind of coverage. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Jameson Williams is the kind of guy that you can really take away without just playing him well over the top. And they usually hit him on those deep in cuts. So yeah, we're gonna go with JMO over 26.5 longest reception.
This is interesting because I looked at that and I think these kind of both come through. I'll go Jameson Williams anytime touchdown at even money. He's 5-2 in the last. Basically, if he's caught a pass in the,
it's basically the same thing I said, but even further back because he got skunked against the Bucks as well.
Yes.
Which I think that's what led to Dan Campbell taking over.
Well, yeah, and if you go back to the Kansas, the Chiefs game, he did have a touchdown. His longest was 22 there. That was the last time.
Fair.
That was the last time he didn't hit over 26 with getting a catch. So basically, if Jameson Williams gets a catch in the last 7 games, he gets into the end zone. I think that streak continues, both getting a catch and getting in the end zone. Again, Cowboys gave up 4 passing touchdowns. I think Goff's going to have 3. So one of them going to Jameson Williams at even money feels really good. So, and they could, they also involve him into other little like gadgety stuff too. So I think this is a good opportunity for Jameson Williams. Anytime touchdown at +100. Kramer?
Just went right to big game hunting here because I didn't really want It wasn't quite big enough to save for the DGen parlay, but Gibbs and Montgomery to combine for 200 rushing yards, which is something they've done in 4 games this year. 11-1 plus 11-20. It's essentially a ladder where you're collecting the Montgomery stuff because you did hear a little bit of that. We need to give him the ball. Like Gibbs is awesome, but we need to get him the ball too. I like Gibbs in the receiving game.
Yeah.
My concern there is a little bit what Rithmm talked about. And then also just again, like reading the tea leaves on the way that Dan Campbell was talking, I think lines up with the fact that they claimed a run blocking tight end in Hayden Rucci. I think they're going to pound the rock in this game.
Okay.
I do think that's accurate. So we're going to take, I guess you could ladder this. They offer the baseline for this Montgomery Gibbs play is 125 is +102. But I'm just going to play the moonshot and play 200 plus 1120 that they combine for 200 rushing.
So both them combined for 200.
11 plus 1120.
That's a fun prop. I mean, yeah, Gibbs had 200 against himself against the Giants, right?
He's had they've combined for 200 in 4 games.
That's crazy. That's a good find, Kramer. I'll give out. And
also, it seems to be one of those things when it happens, it happens. Yeah, Gibbs had 219 against the Giants. Also,
that's insane.
Also had a 142, a 136. So yeah, there's big games coming.
For me, I know Easy likes the Meek Robertson interception. I'll keep it simple. You got to lay a little juice, but I'm on the other side, positive juice with the Goff 3 passing touchdowns. Give me Prescott over a half interception.
Really?
He's had 5 in the last 5 games. He does, even though he's playing Okay, I do think it's funny, like the heat he's getting for. Yeah, you usually have to make the playoffs to win MVP, but keep lighting those Rain Prescott MVP futures on fire. I will take him to have an interception. He's had 5 in the last 5 games. A little reckless with the ball, and I think Lions can get a little bit of a pass rush going against him. So, Kramer.
Ross Dwelly, anytime touchdown, 425, dominating the routes. I mean, again, I don't want to say he took over the Sam Laporta role, but or I guess he took over the Brock Wright role, who took over the Sam Laporta role. But it does seem like the likelihood of Rucci being used in blocking scenarios only. Probably even just the scenarios where Skipper's lining up outside of him. You also have Anthony Ferkser, who's a bit more of a blocker than a true route runner. And you look at the last game, Dwelly out there running a route on 70% of the dropbacks. So Sean, also fun fact, he was first read on just as many plays as Gibbs and Tesla, who, by the way, Tesla played basically the whole game as well. So I think you got Dwelly anytime to be priced at 425 seems silly. I know there's better ways to attack the Cowboys defense, but that's a ridiculous price. Plus 425 Ross Dwelly, anytime touchdown.
There you go. Yeah, Dwelly. All right, you could talk me into that.
They have it's Ross Dwelly, a guy who is has been a pass has caught some passes, and then a bunch of guys who are blockers. So I think, maybe in first touchdown, there's opportunities to play the blockers because you get those big prices. But to have a primary route run, like in the last game, the only guys who ran routes on more dropbacks were Jameson, Tesla, and Tom Kennedy ran one more route than him. So yeah, price is off, Bob.
It does feel a little off there. All right, let's put together a little underdog entry ride. Of course, promo code SGPN. Get you $5. Turn it into a nice little bonus there. That's right. Play $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you use our promo code SGPN. What is
Sean? Pull up on your screen just so you can look at it. And if you're playing along at home, please also do this. But they are listing. Rucci is listed. They have a touchdown projection on him.
Oh,
but
really?
I just want you to look up his face, because he looks like a fullback. The block head. Like,
oh yeah, very angry looking.
So we don't have anything but. And I'm not saying we should put him on the card, but just wanted to point that out for those at home looking to have a little chuckle.
So this what do we do this? I just saw easy in the chat. Hayden Rucci, Ross Dwelly, both to get in the end zone, and then maybe let's see what we got with the Rain Prescott there on the other side, because this might not even have to be the official one, Ryan, but I think it is one. I gotta throw a little.
What, you're putting some TDs together? Yeah.
Let me see. Do they have? They don't have. That's annoying. They don't have Dak's INT out.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yep.
Oh, you're right. So let's.
All right, we'll get that on the board.
So Hayden Rucci, Ross Dwelly, and Dak. Hayden Rucci and Ross Dwelly to get in the end zone. Dak to throw an interception. I gotta put a little sprinkle on it.
Well, now that we talked about it,
67.65x. You don't even need the profit boost for this one, right?
But I feel like you should use it.
Let's see if I have any. I don't know if I think I've used all my boosts.
Yeah, I have used all my boosts.
All right, I just put a couple bucks on that one. Let's see here. Oh, I was accidentally using a VPN. They're getting all angry about that. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So do we want to give out another? Well, we gave out a bunch of props that you could use as fantasy projections, but yeah, this is fun. Rucci, Ross Dwelly, Dak Prescott.
I'm in.
Okay.
And I got past the location jail.
Yes.
Time.
All right, Kramer. What do we do in the first touchdown market?
Well, as we were mentioning, not everything is fully available, but so for example, we don't have a Rucci price. We will be playing Rucci.
Yes.
I'm I will be. It's certainly going to be something in the 80 to 100 to 1. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I mean, he has no offensive stats.
I'll put him on my sheet as 80 to 1.
Okay.
Likely he could be higher. We're then also going to play Ferkser. Again, we don't have the option to take Skipper. But we do have the option to take Ferkser. So we're going to take Ferkser, who again, I really want to, like, if there's a book out there that wants to make some noise for themselves, put out some fair and honest first touchdown prices, you fucking cowards. Anthony Ferkser at 35 to 1. We're buying it because I'm playing Ferkser in this game.
Yeah.
But give me something more like 50. And then we have Ross Dwelly, of course, 25 to 1. That's not a horrible price. I explained why earlier. And then Tesla at 14 to 1. I think likely he's going to be out there a good amount. They like his blocking, Sean. So again, if they're looking to get big and physical, I certainly think he's going to be out there. No Cowboys on the card. Didn't play a defense either. Hayden Rucci, 80 to 1. We're calling it. Anthony Ferkser, 35 to 1. Ross Dwelly, 25 to 1. Isaac Tesla, 14 to 1. And you should really, if you want to have a good night of watching YouTube videos and learning, dive into Mr. Tesla, the scientist. Where did all his research go, Sean?
Yeah, I'll do Tom Kennedy plus 1650, Rucci 80 to 1, Dwelly 30 to 1 for my first touchdowns.
All right, hop on board. It's going to be a Dwelly kind of evening.
Well, you know what? Shit, do I have to play Jared Goff first touchdown?
You don't
he's down.
have to,
he's down to 65 to 1.
You kind of have to play it forever. There is an element where you just
Jared Goff.
You just have to play it forever because imagine it happens.
All right, I will.
You're the Jared Goff guy.
I'm the guy who got robbed from my Jared Goff first touchdown.
You got the title for all that land on Jared Goff Sucks Island.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've heard that you can get there's some owners looking to sell. Maybe not as many people accepting the timeshare 3-hour tour. It's getting dicey over there on Jared Goff Sucks Island as the weather turns.
I'm just laughing at people in the chat. Was Younghoe on drugs? How do you kick it 3 feet behind the ball and miss?
If you want to really have,
I think he tried to stop from kicking because he thought maybe the guy was like messing up the hold. That was
something went well. One, we have no idea. Like, we don't have any evidence that Younghoe wasn't trying to fix the game.
No,
we have no evidence that he wasn't trying to fix the game. So perhaps this was an intentional miss. He clearly, I mean, you had the reaction when you watched it that the hold was bad. For NFL standards, that hold, the ball was in the right place. So for him to stop, he clearly stopped. I would hope that if you professionally kicked the ball, you would never kick the ground a football.
No,
when I taught little kids how to kick, like, that's the kind of thing that happens to the kids that are not athletic at all, and their parents have them out there because they think it helps their social development, and they're not even kicking a foot behind the ball. So it was it was definitely an intentional miss. Now, whether or not,
people are comparing like, oh, my drive or my golf swing is similar. He was trying to stop his foot from hitting the ball. Now, why he did that, I don't know, but it wasn't like he accidentally got his foot stuck in the grass.
It would be like if as you were swinging, you stopped swinging because you realized you were about to strike concrete or something. It was, clear. I mean, I don't know.
Will he be on the team next week, Ryan?
I don't see why he would. Kickers who aren't good should not be treated as a commodity that you need to keep around. Abuse them. They're to use the common vernacular we've been hearing a lot in sports media this week. Treat them like hoes. Throw that bitch to the street.
Well, he is Younghoe. He's
Bring Justin Tucker in.
I want to know. He's a hoe. I want to know.
If you're going to treat him like hoes, get Tucker in there. Get him in for a tryout. Maybe you want Tucker to get a look? Not really. Not really.
And Ryan, speaking of accountability, we have to discuss this as a lot of people have reached out with the news broken by Giants beat report Wesley Steinberg that Abdul Carter missed the first drive of the Giants game for disciplinary reasons due to the fact that he apparently was watching pornography in a meeting. A lot of people are asking for your response.
Amazing amount of it. I would say this. It is amazing what causes people to reach out to me.
It's a very funny story.
DMs have been a little bit wonky with whatever this fucking update is, but a lot of people tagging me. Here's what I don't understand. Now, there are some that tagged me that knew there was a satirical element to.
But
Wes.
The problem was now correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. Him putting out this tweet about Abdul Carter missing the first drive. Were other people reporting that he was going to miss time or that he was going to be disciplined? I honestly, the first time I saw that he might be disciplined was from Wes Steinberg. Now I knew it was fake because of the porno thing, but then he ended up actually being disciplined, allegedly for non-pornographic reason. But we don't have any evidence that suggests it wasn't for pornography, as you brought up earlier.
My favorite part of his, and there are some that believe that he is a burner account of someone who may or may not cover the team.
Well, because I said to you, Kramer, I go, this sounds like legit information that a beat reporter have, and that is like, or at least the beat reporters giving the account to this fake account.
Well, we talk about this all the time in the world of the spoof beat reporter. What makes it work and what makes it doesn't. Now, I think in the world of Wes Steinberg, the Giants being bad for like a decade as social media has been drumming up, it works. But also, it is kind of interesting how many people continue to fall hook, line, and sinker to the same guy. It's not a new account.
No,
it's the same guy, but he is one of the best to do it. Now, in this case, while he is correct that no, he was not the first to report that Abdul Carter.
Oh, okay. So someone else had it.
There were reports that, again, accountability has been a priority with Kafka, and it basically sounds like Dable legit had different rules for like his favorite guys, and it maybe didn't settle well with others. And Brian Burns has spoken about how, sometimes you got to learn as a rookie how to be a pro. That was Brian Burns' take on the matter. So it sounds like he didn't show up to some charity thing. I don't know. We'll get over it. We'll move forward. He got out there.
Oh, so he hates charities. What charity did he hate?
I don't know. I don't have the full reporting, so I don't want to. But yeah,
this is bad luck.
Lawrence Taylor, probably missed a couple charity events too.
Yeah, but again, Lawrence Taylor, much better player than Abdul Carter.
Oh, this first year.
Okay,
he's fine.
You want to compare Lawrence Taylor's rookie year?
Do we have the pressure stats?
No,
I prefer to deal.
People didn't care about pressure stats.
Prefer to deal in advanced analytics, not your basic ass hoe analytics.
Well, I mean, Lawrence Taylor did win. Did they have defensive rookie of the year then?
Yes.
Then I assume he won it, right?
I should know that.
Yeah, come on, Ryan. Yes, well, NFL defensive rookie of the year. Unfortunately, unlikely that that goes to Abdul Carter this year.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
it's going to be the dude on the Browns, right?
Yeah, which is it's interesting.
Rare.
He hasn't been putting up a ton of counting stats.
No, we could get that random non-sack getter in the mix. Defensive rookie of the year started back in '67.
Oh wow, yeah. Carson Schwessinger is -700 favorite. Abdul Carter 15-1. Jalen Walker +750. Those are the only guys who I think. Yeah, it seems like Schwessinger's to lose right now.
Pretty underwhelming, I think.
Yeah, because like, can you think of any plays he's made Again, obviously, I don't follow.
No, he's on a good. I think it's more like he's kind of in the middle of a really good defense.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those collective. Like he gets a little bit of credit because Myles Garrett's on his team. Unfortunately, Abdul Carter has lost 4.5 sacks due to intentional grounding and penalty. And they're not gonna.
The entire league's out to get the Giants this year, Ryan. It's crazy.
No, I'm just pointing out facts.
Jackson Dart let out on work release from CTE jail. Tried to get.
That was nice to see.
Tried to get sent back, but no, he avoided CTE jail.
Not a pussy.
Not like Drake May, who's sliding. Soft.
Drake May got hurt at the end of that game. We're gonna find out about it later. Well, maybe not because they're. I think the Pats are on bye. Are the Pats on bye next week? Yeah. So we're not gonna find out for a bit, but something happened there.
For a DGen play, Ross Dwelly, Hayden Rucci, anytime touchdown, and put in the Lions alt at
what do you think?
6.5.
Do you have Lions minus? I wonder if the number's 3. I wonder if that would be even worth it.
Okay.
You might just want. I mean, I don't. I'll let you know because I might adjust my. We have a similar. I'm doing Ross Dwelly 2 touchdowns. That's 50 to 1. But if I add in the alt or the non-alt, it goes to 65 to 1, which is not a very good.
All right, then I'll just stick with Lions -3. We'll get the Rucci TD price closer to kickoff. But again, Underdog has it, so you can have fun with that over there.
So basically that with -3, 65 to 1, with -6.5, it's 80 to 1. So not a huge.
All right. Yeah, I'll keep it -3 then.
And then if you want, I mean, I can give you a rough. What's the? You're playing just those 2 guys any times, right?
Yep. And Lions -3.
Yeah, I'll price that out because I'm gonna say that the.
And shout out to Brad Martin highlighting that watching porn. I see why that is more beneficial than listening to some management.
I will say there. I worked in technology for a while.
Yeah,
and I worked specifically in like the support team in the beginning, and the shit that people would do at work, especially like early days of tech, out of control. Executives loved having porn on their computers for no good reason. I worked at a hospital early, like during my college years, and this guy got in a ton of trouble. He was like the executive director of the hospital. They came and seized his fucking hard drives. He was so into porn on his work computer. All right. So Ross Dwelly plus 425. I'm gonna go with I'll be very conservative and I'll throw in a 13 to 1 anytime to act as the Rucci price.
Okay.
And throwing in the Lions at -3 is going to be give yourself 150 to 1, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you crunching those numbers,
it's
Ryan.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. And
I'm just going to go Dwelly 2 touchdowns, 50 to 1.
Okay.
No need to add the game in there for no reason.
All right, Ryan, we got a awesome week of shows. We got our college football conference championship show tomorrow night. Then we obviously got the NFL picks episode, but we have a bonus college basketball episode taping on, was it Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah. Slightly different than normal. It will come out after the prop show.
So yes, on Thursday, we will be doing our prop show and college basketball show, and then Friday night live from the Circa downtown Las Vegas of Houston show. Of course, friendly reminder: promo code holiday, 25% off everything in the merch store. That ends this week. So if you're on the fence, get a holiday gift for you or a loved one. Promo code holiday, 25% off everything.
I will be modeling a holiday sweater on the Wednesday pick show this week.
Keep teasing it, Ron.
Well, I mean that's the point, right? You got to get people. What was the term? Tickling the tonsil.
Oh,
what Jesus!
That Andy Reid said everyone their offense is going to be tickling tonsils. So look out.
Yeah.
Look out. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money greenies. Ryan,
so happy that Jackson is free.
Kramer, let it ride.